one of the things that makes us a little bit different is despite all these trials of the very beginning in Bakersfield, of being a 23-year-old with no right actually to enter this business in the first place, was that I came into the movie exhibition business as a pretty hardcore movie fan. That's what I did all through high school for leisure. I did through college, and it wasn't until that fateful day at that bar where I realized maybe there is an industry, maybe there's a career path for me there. But I think that I like to think that that's what separates us from some other of the larger players in the exhibition industry, is that we make a lot of our decisions based upon the perspective of a movie lover, of a movie fan. And that's where we began with our no talking policy, which is very strict. So if you do, please come to Main Street, which I hope you all come to Main Street to check it out. Please don't talk and please don't text, because we actually do mean it, and we will call the cops if we need to. So we also don't show ads. I have the philosophy that if you pay me the $10 or whatever to enter the facility for a movie, that sort of buys you the right to not watch shampoo commercials or military recruiting ads. So those are some of our principles. But I'm a bit of a tech nerd, so I always want to have the best possible presentation. Luckily, we entered a facility at the Main Street, which I have to say is one of the most beautiful theaters I've ever been to. And we're already a step ahead there, that the presentation at Main Street is fabulous, and we're going to maintain those standards. But basically, our goal is to create a movie theater by movie fans for movie fans. And we're a Texas-based company. That's where I moved. I moved to Austin, Texas to bootstrap and start it all over again. And that was in 1997. We had a slow growth process. I really didn't have. I should probably change this script, if you will. I'd like to say I had a master plan. Maybe the next group I talk to, I'll say that I had a master plan, but I really didn't. I thought that we were going to open up a single-screen movie theater. My wife and I, we were going to be a part of the community, and we were going to run it until we retired. And then just the nature, I think, of business. There were opportunities in the town. There were potential competitors of ours that were going to move in and do the same type of concept. So we had a meeting of the minds and made a very quick decision to start the path towards expansion. And we opened a second theater, and then a couple of years later we opened another theater. And as you build this infrastructure of talented people and try to recruit the most talented people you can to run the business, you also want to afford them opportunities to grow and expand with the company. So the once very meager single-screen theater has now morphed into a company that has 11 locations now, Kansas City being the 11th location. And we actually have 5 theaters under construction in other cities. We're moving into New York and Dallas and Denver and San Francisco and Washington, D.C. all this year. So we've actually spent quite a bit of time over the past 2 years building an infrastructure of support. Our age policy is we don't allow children under 6. That's sort of our arbitrary cutoff line where we feel that they don't understand our policy of not talking during the movie. So, and then the next step is that if you're under 18, then you have to be accompanied by a parent or legal guardian. The core menu is pretty casual. It's salads, sandwiches, pizzas, appetizers, desserts, and then we have we've renamed the marquee as the Chesterfield, which is the adjoining bar. So we have cocktail service and beer and wine as well. We like for people to come early. We on screen before the movie, we have something we call pre-show, which is not advertising, but it's like curated content that's fun and entertaining that people come in and watch while they order initially. But we can, the service does continue through the movie. We just have a sort of relatively stealthy system for getting that done. There's 6 screens at Main Street. Usually about 3/4 of a screen will be dedicated to other types of programming, whether that's classic films, foreign films, smaller independent titles, film festivals, what have you. It's kind of the oddball mix. And in terms of the Academy Awards, we do an Academy Awards party in Austin. It's something where you have to get approval from the Academy to do that. We've certainly applied, so hopefully that does come through. And in terms of supporting local films and local filmmakers, absolutely. We have a venue rental department, and they do corporate meetings and that sort of thing. But they also have another side that's there's always two sets of rates. There's the company rates, but then there's the starving filmmaker rate. So we're gonna make the theater available for a variety of resources, either for screening dailies for people that want to screen daily footage as they're making films, but then also for premieres and red carpets. And even though I feel like it's a grand, beautiful facility, for those who don't have the money to normally have a red carpet event, we'll make it happen for independent filmmakers.